Hi guys, welcome back to Women Wine and Wisdom. I'm Jimmy.
I'm Naomi.
And we are the Women Wine and Wisdom ladies.
Woo!
Today we've got an interesting topic for you, which Nay is going to introduce.
Me, pressure. So we're going to be talking about how to raise your value as a woman and as a man.
Yes. How to raise your value as a woman, yes. And how to know if you're dating or how to know a high value man. So you right, girl.
Yeah.
You right.
We got there in the end.
Exactly. So obviously we're going to introduce our wine from the gorgeous Carmen Stevens.
Whoop, whoop.
She's a South African winemaker. If you've seen our last episode, you would have noticed that we spoke about Carmen Stevens, who is a winemaker in South Africa. In 2011, she was also Naked Wines also took note of her and helped her with her was it wine? Yeah, her winery.
Yeah,
that's it.
There we go.
So today we're going to be drinking a Pinotage. And yes, I don't know if I'm pouring or Nate's pouring, but I'll stop. I'll do it this way.
Yeah. You pour.
Woo.
I drink.
She said it's queen treatment today.
Queen treatment.
I love this for you. You know you bad where you can pose from any angle. Should stop singing that actually.
Yeah.
I've been singing all day.
Thank you.
Cheers,
and as we
gorge.
do, cheers. Clink, clink.
It's going to be strong.
Yeah, I'm drunk through my nostrils right now. That's given.
Very dark fruit, some form of dark berry.
I was gonna say blackberry.
Yeah, some form of dark berry. I do quite like the smell though, but I feel like if I smell it for too long, I'll get a headache.
You wait until you taste, because the taste does not marry the smell. I don't think. Not
I like
for
that.
me.
It doesn't marry.
It doesn't marry the smell. What are you thinking?
High acid. My mouth waters instantly.
Right at the back, just here, the tannin.
I quite like it though, you know.
But this is what I'm saying. But does the smell marry the taste?
The smell was gonna give me a headache. Eventually, if I kept smelling it, I'll get a headache. Whereas this is actually quite smooth. It's much smoother than I expected it to be.
Exactly. It doesn't marry. They don't add up. But it tastes good. It doesn't taste like what you would think based on the smell.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? Shout out Carmen Stevens.
Yeah.
The first white we had,
delicious.
This, correct.
Yeah. And you're not a white drinker.
I'm not.
Not a white wine drinker.
No. However, there is a really nice M&S wine that I definitely keep sending to the group chat.
And that Riesling that I sent you.
Also, that wine is 10 out of 10. So I actually asked my friend to go to Costco for me to get 4 bottles of it.
Stop. Oh my God, here we go.
I don't have a Costco card. And I need it.
It's so nice.
When she goes to Costco, please, I need 4 bottles.
It's so good. But yeah, should we start with a dilemma?
Yes, 100%.
Let's do that.
I feel like we missed the last one, didn't we?
We did, but it's fine.
Nate's just chiseling with her mic. I like it.
You know I love to cheers with my mic. Don't mind me. Like the wines are creeping. These wines are definitely a creeper.
Listen, I like this one though. This is correct.
It's 10-10. But yeah, no, Jimmy, tell us what you've been up to since you've been newly engaged.
Jesus Christ. What have I been up to? Loving on Bay.
Ooh.
That's what I've been doing.
Ooh.
Chilling with my mum a lot. Even though we're like the best of friends anyway. We've been doing a lot of wedding planning.
That's
nice. She's the chief. I'm the
Listen, you're just showing up.
I'm the admin.
You're just showing up at this point on the day. She's organising the wedding.
Literally as well. So like recently as well, we went to my brother's event. So Water and Gary's now out on Prime. So please do watch that.
Come on, make sure you watch it.
So everyone saw my mum's dress.
Yeah, gorgeous.
At the event.
Gorgeous.
So everyone's like, I cannot wait to see her dress at
your
wedding.
She was giving Met Gala.
Oh, thank you.
Listen, your mum, chef kiss.
I'll tell her, she's actually going to be so gassed.
Oh, beautiful.
Honestly.
Beautiful. But definitely check out Water and Gary.
I'm doing a hosting night tonight as well with the girls. So I'm cooking fish, tilapia.
Tilapia.
You know I love fish. So we're going to make, I'm not making the stew because, my cousin's making the stew.
Some yam, some plantain.
Yeah, exactly that. Some alcohol. We're going to be drinking the gin or the wine.
All day.
And we're going to be watching Water and Gary tonight. It came out yesterday, so defo tune in.
Oh, super excited.
Thank you.
That's amazing. I can't wait to watch it.
So mum's chilling. That's what I've been doing really. And I've been working like a slave. I've been working like a slave. Got to get this money because that wedding ain't going to pay for itself.
Yeah. Life be lifing.
It be lifing. What about you? What have you been up to?
Girl, what have I been up to? It's not been as exciting. What have I been up to? I've just been chilling. You know, like sometimes you just need to gather and just chill, be in the moment.
Yeah.
That's what...
Can you see, this girl's always lying. She's always lying. This girl that came out from holiday.
Hey!
I'm on the flight.
How many flights have you? I've not left this country this year.
That feels like 20
how-
years ago.
Does it feel like that? Now? You know what it
feels
is?
like-
It's work, isn't it?
Yeah. As soon as you get back into work, it's like, did I even go on holiday?
Yeah, but listen, your holiday looked amazing.
Thank
I know you
girl.
had a good time.
Yeah, no, it was nice. It was nice to be
As
away.
for the rest of us, we're suffering the rain.
No, the rest of us are out here getting engaged. Hello. Show the ring for the people that didn't see it.
Go with it, Alema Joe.
Let's go. So,
we have the gorgeous ladies here from the Haces podcast. We're going to let them introduce themselves.
Yeah.
Ladies.
Hey, it's your girl Yezzy Azar.
And it's your girl AY. You don't know already.
oh, we love that.
And as you know, guys, as we said before, we got an interesting topic for you. So we're going to be talking about how to raise your value as a woman, but also what is a high value man.
Come on.
We're getting that confused.
Yeah.
But yeah, so before we start that, we're going to kick off with a dilemma. And it's did I, 32-year-old male, ruin my marriage by requesting a DNA test? Any answers before we get into the actual dilemma?
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn right. Damn right.
Why are you requesting?
Well, this is it. So let's go into
I
it.
told you though, but they do say men don't father a lot of their wives' children sometimes.
Well,
Yeah,
this is the
that's
thing.
the
I'm
stats.
hearing that a lot of people are saying,
Well-
should we be doing DNA tests at the birth?
I'm down, let's do it. It's only yourself you're disgracing. Let's go. So anyway, my 32-year-old wife... No, this doesn't even make sense. My wife gave birth to our newborn baby 3 months ago, and I thought things were fine. However, my wife did not. 2 months in, my wife approached me saying that she was exhausted from taking care of the baby alone, and she asked me why I wasn't helping. Red flag already. I told her this doesn't even make sense, that I thought I was helping, and she pointed out that I would never get up at night. I was never getting up while the baby was crying. I would never change the baby or do anything. After some talking, I admitted that I was apprehensive about helping her, and she asked why. Again, another flag. I thought it was going to cause a fight, so I tried to change the subject. She told me that I should just tell her, because if I didn't, she was going to her parents' house for help until she went back to work. I didn't want her. Does not make sense.
That's why it's in the issue.
That's where the problem started.
Okay, so we go. I didn't want that, so I told her that I wanted a DNA test. So because she's going to her parents' house, you want a DNA test. Cool. She said that she wished I would have told her when she found out she was pregnant. I didn't understand, but then she's also agreed to it. She didn't seem mad or upset. She just said that I could get one if I wanted one. And we'd get it done, and she didn't want to make the baby be alone. So she shouldn't have to take care of the baby alone. She didn't make the baby alone, so I shouldn't have to take care of the baby alone. We did the test, and when we got the results back, I showed them to her. She didn't say anything about it. She just asked if she felt safe enough. He felt safe enough now, and he said yes. Soon after, I noticed her behaviour started to change with me and the family. Everything changed, and she started saying in different parts of the house. And it started showing in different parts of the house. I think that's what he means. I finally asked her about it, and she said recently she lost all respect for me. She said she spent 10 years of her life with me, faithful, just for me to slap her in the face with a DNA test. I explained that I didn't think she had been unfaithful, but I needed to be sure.
Oh, come on.
She said she's trying to work through it, but everything just sounds so moronic. Is that even a word? And we should just leave it there. I thought if I showed her the videos and had her listen to the podcast about a DNA test, she'd understand. But after the last one, she said she was going to stay with her parents anyway. I didn't know what was happening or how to fix it. She wasn't even mad when I asked her about it. I feel like she isn't hearing what I'm saying. It isn't serious, and it isn't it? It isn't serious. Isn't so serious. And if she could just understand my perspective, then I think I'll be able to adjust to hers. She was not against the DNA test, so I'm unsure what the actual issue is. I think I'm going to stop reading this part because I don't think the full thing makes too much sense.
No, that's fine.
But yeah, what do you think, ladies?
I think he was wrong for asking.
Yeah. And the fact that he wasn't helping the whole entire time and then asked for the DNA test and then, okay, cool, the result says you're the father. And then he's like, oh, what's the issue though? Like, so you weren't helping because you didn't think that I was faithful.
Thank
Because
you.
how can you say, no, I just wasn't sure. So you weren't helping the whole entire time
He's
because...
backtracking.
Yeah.
It's not making
Exactly.
sense. 2 plus 2 is not equaling 4, darling.
It's not. The math is not. The math is not math.
No.
Yeah, because like when you're in a relationship, you can say whatever you are with a boyfriend or husband.
Yeah.
You have to be present.
Exactly.
There's a lot of women that are in relationships, but they feel so lonely.
Exactly.
People are married and
Exactly.
lonely.
Yeah.
They need
Oh.
you to show up.
Nah.
They need you to show up.
Yeah.
in every
Yeah.
single
I need to show up
way.
from the beginning as well.
Yeah.
So you decided randomly after 10 years. Maybe she. And
But
but you
even-
know what? When she was calm, you should have known better.
Exactly.
When she was calm,
Because
you
she was,
should have known better.
yeah. Because
you know normally
Yeah.
when we're in the wrong, we start making noise.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
start making noise.
Yeah.
You'd be like, when you're calm and collected.
Yeah.
she's checking out mentally.
Yeah.
She's
Mentally,
like,
yeah.
she's getting ready to
Buying
leave.
us
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, it's the audacity.
Yeah.
I've gone through 9 months of carrying your child. In fact, 10 months. It worked out to be a nice 10 months.
Yeah, about 3 weeks they say that.
Yeah. I've gone through that period of carrying your child. And then you now want to come and question me
Exactly.
now that the child is here. Just because you had a feeling of some sort.
I feel that was wrong as well.
Yeah.
Get out of it.
Which would make me, if that was me, it would make me sus about him as well. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
so you're questioning me. What have you been up to? Because you're
Exactly.
moving mad
What's that say about
parrot.
you?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I've been
That's a good
faithful.
point.
So what have you been up to? Yeah.
Because they do say that you project as well.
Yeah.
In certain situations, so that's actually a very good point.
Yeah.
What do you think about the idea of having DNA tests brought in at the start, like as soon as they give birth, as a standard?
If you need it for peace of mind, cool. However, the whole relationship has changed. The tone has changed.
Yeah.
You've set a different type of tone right now. And it could be
Yeah.
the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
be very honest.
Yeah.
But what if it's done by the hospital? If the
Yeah.
hospital enforce it, as opposed to the couple enforcing it.
If some type of legislation came into play where they're like, oh, we need to do this, then fine. But
Yeah.
if you, as my partner that knows me, loves me, knows my
Yeah.
character, I would think at this point,
Yeah.
Yeah.
says, you know what, I don't think I'm the father. Let's call it what it is. It's an
Yeah.
insult.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
100% is
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. Relationship is built on trust. So if
That's
you don't
it.
trust me, why are you having a kid with me?
Yeah.
I would have done the same thing she done. I'd be like, oh, let me just pack my load. I'm
I'm not arguing with you at this point. I'm just going.
point.
Yeah.
Just going.
And
I
you know,
think,
it might
yeah.
take too long to even build back that trust anyway. Like, there's no
Exactly.
point. You didn't trust me from the beginning. Because you asked me to marry you. So you, like you said, my character, and now you want to put it into question.
Exactly.
What did I do?
Yeah.
What did I do? Did I make the baby by myself?
No.
Like,
It's more. It says, like you said earlier, it's more about him. It says more
yeah.
about him
Yeah.
than about her.
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because they were together for what, 10 years as well?
10 years.
So I'm
It's not a
thinking,
joke, you know.
like,
It's not a joke. I think a lot of
Listen.
men love the experience and the idea of just having a partner. Like
Yes.
the ideal situation for a lot of men is I just have a partner, we live together, we do what we do. To have a child now is to take responsibility over somebody that can't look after themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To have a
It's
woman
hard
is
work.
easy.
yeah.
Because you know nowadays women we getting our own money, we driving,
Yeah, yeah.
To have a child.
It's,
Yeah, they didn't sign up for that. A lot of them.
Yeah.
To be honest, a lot of women, did the women even sign up for it? When they realize how much hard work it is, you're like, wait, really? Listen, my friend had twins, yeah, and listen, when I be seeing the twins, them twins are gorgeous, yeah,
Yeah.
but
It's a lot of
listen,
work.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
work.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. So when the men be running away, I'm like, ew. I'm not surprised, to be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's not for me. Me personally, like I said, if my partner asks me for a DNA test, I'm like, you know what, it's okay. Can I get?
Yeah.
If there's a prenup as well,
Oh.
if you have a prenup,
Yeah.
Oh, but what if he were like a footballer though, and he asked for a prenup?
again, marry somebody that you trust. Marry somebody that's not gonna take you for granted. What you saying about yourself? You're not to choose people correctly.
Oh.
Yeah. They don't.
I'm not signing nothing. I'm not signing nothing. And more time as well. Women are doing better than men these days. So minus the footballer. So what we signing?
No, true. Stats wise, it's like let's just all be humble.
Yeah.
Let's know ourselves.
But that brings us also actually just quickly though, if what about if the test like the DNA comes back and he's not the father?
Hey, skibble.
Let's actually just switch it quickly because it happens
It
a lot.
does
happens.
happen.
It does
We've
happen.
seen it in the media.
100%.
Yeah.
That show was lit though. What happens then? Because it actually happens because women emotionally cheat a lot.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, emotionally cheat. I don't think they're ready for that chapter, you know.
Women
It's
emotionally
true.
cheat a lot.
It's true. It's
That's
true.
why one day you're like,
So you get her work
offhand.
husband.
Yeah.
You got your work husband, he's there, he's taking care of you, you know what I mean? When your husband at home is doing higgy hagger, you come to work, he's got your food there, he's asking you, how are you feeling?
It's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
So what happens then? DNA test comes back.
What can you do
Dude,
in that
like,
situation?
just cry.
Though? You cry, you take your L, you know, go go back to your parents' house.
Yeah.
What can you do?
But some dads are actually be like, oh, you know, I fathered her for like 7 years.
When it's like later down the line.
Yeah.
He'll probably keep a relationship with the child, but
Not with them. Yeah.
I think that's the worst case scenario.
That is the worst case scenario.
Because you build an attachment to that child as well. So then to turn around and you're like,
but then that's the thing. Why are some women not telling the men straight up?
Oh, security.
Why are they running away from
100%.
I think if there's anything we value a lot as women is security. That's why we like to go for men that seem secure. Like, what's your job? What's your credit score?
What do you look like? Are you tall? Are you built?
We look at things that we know will bring us comfort, and one of them is a secure home, a good father figure. Because a lot of people might be great husbands, they're not good fathers.
No. But then the issue then becomes like, that's talking about the woman. But here you're talking about the woman. What about the child? Because what you're about to do is tell a child that the person that you thought was your father is not your father.
Yeah.
So in this point, it feels like, do women focus on themselves more and how they feel and what's going to protect them versus what's protecting their child?
Yeah.
Because you're now putting your child in a very vulnerable position.
I might be selfish, but I feel like you should always put yourself first anyway, even when you have children. And I know it sounds bad, but you can't pour from an empty cup. I'm not saying that we should be announcing it, but you should have thought about that before.
No, 100%. And I get that you can't pour from an empty cup, but there's no way I'd like to think I wouldn't put my child in that position.
I completely agree, but the reality is a lot of us women do. So my point is that we say these things, innately everyone's going to protect themselves first. So let's say we made because it's a mistake, let's say, right? Who's going to be announcing, by the way, 7 years ago I had a one night stand with this 9 times out of 10 everyone's going to protect themselves first. Until the worst comes to worst is when it's more than likely when the person would admit it.
But then I would think, in the back of your mind, you know that that's going to be eaten up at you, right?
I couldn't sleep.
I wouldn't be able to sleep. And I'd be planning my exit strategy because I know when I tell you, you're not going to have it as a man. So I'm going to be like, okay, be safe in this little coin. And then eventually I know, like, I'm going to have to, because
it's very vindictive, but like, just to touch on your point, I feel like when mothers do put themselves first, indirectly they are putting their children first. If you're putting your mental health first, it's good for the children. If you're putting your finances, career wise, it's for the children anyway. They're always going to benefit off a mother that's in a good mind space. But to lie to a man, I just think it's so vindictive. Like, the lying aspect is just mad vindictive.
But do you feel like people get over it? So, for example, in the line aspect, let's say it's like year 1, I feel like you would be awake all night for like the first 3 nights. You know what I mean? First 2 months, you're like, Jesus Christ, does he know? After 4 years, do you reckon you still think about it?
I would, because people go, oh my God, he looks just like him. And I'm like, no, he
doesn't. You'll be knowing.
I can't.
I
think people only get over it if 1 out of 3 aren't his. Then it's like, in this case, it's like, I'm going to stay for the family. He might firm it. If our one and only child isn't mine, and like the real dad's alive, most men's ego can't take that.
I've got a question. That's a perfect point to my next question. Because what if nobody knows? What if it's just you and the man that knows?
It has to be a good man. Like, a man that's like, I've always wanted a child, so I'm just going to take this out.
He'd have to want to be a father. And be able to...
But he's got 2 of his own kids already, so he is a father.
Technically.
But then
he wants the family structure. But just one caveat, what about parents when they adopt a child and don't tell them the child's adopted? Like, they don't tell the child. Is that good or bad?
I can't lie.
I think that's bad.
I wouldn't tell them.
No.
It depends on the type of adoption, isn't it? Like, if it's a closed adoption, like they know their parents don't want the child to know that I exist, then it's like, if you tell them and then they're trying to search for them and the parents like, nah, because I'm a bum, I don't want you. Like, I'll put you there to grow your happy family. So it's different, but it is a hard conversation. But
what if they look at pictures and they're like, oh, I don't look like you or mum or dad? Like, what?
But I know what the thing is.
It happens.
it happens. It is what it is.
People be related and still don't look alike, so...
Working in a school, I realised, like, this abandonment issue thing is a real thing.
It's a big
and
deal.
while it's, obviously, I want to say not morally correct, and potentially maybe not to tell them, sometimes you've got to make tough decisions when it comes to loving a child. And that's the thing. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I would tell them.
Yeah, you're the adult in the situation, so you know what's best.
You
should know what's best.
Ideally.
But I do think there comes a point, like with me personally, I feel like I would want to tell you. I'd want you to have that knowledge. But I'd make sure that I'm looking at the child and assessing the right moment and the right time to tell them. Because I think that plays a big part in it.
And then what if you tell them and everything goes tits up?
Well,
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well,
It's
sometimes,
true.
you know what the thing is though? Sometimes you don't tell them and things still go tits up. Sometimes you tell them and it still
And
goes
goes-
tits up.
yeah.
So it's damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes the truth always has a way of finding itself.
It does.
Exactly.
It does.
You know?
It's always coming out.
That's the thing.
Oh, I'm your I'm your mom.
That's why
Yeah.
AJ had everyone signing NDAs on his deathbed.
You
Yeah.
No, it's true. Especially
He's an idiot.
Yeah.
But I guess leading into our point of what makes a high value woman.
Well, I was gonna say, are we still playing the sip and?
Yes, we should.
Let's do that quickly.
So girls, we want to do a little icebreaker.
Okay.
Yes.
It's supposed to be. We're just in already. Can you imagine?
It's basically it's called drink if. You know, drink if you have, drink if you have.
Oh,
drink if
Lord.
you have.
All right.
It's not bad.
Okay. All right. So first one, drink if you have a tattoo.
Wait, take a couple seconds.
Wait, Jumaka, where is your tattoo?
That's so
What? You've got tats.
I mean, you guys are finding out something new.
Have you never seen them?
No, where is it?
Oh, hidden places. We love a
Hidden
good
gems.
Yeah. I'll show you.
Charlie, don't come and fight me, please.
Okay, drink if you're single.
High value women up in here.
Let them know.
Okay.
Spoken for.
You go, lady.
You're still young, it's okay. You got time.
Drink if you're over 30.
Oh God.
Technically, yeah.
What do you mean technically?
That's what my passport says, but that's not
Oh, you
what.
actually bang on. So,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Technically, yeah.
Drink if you are the tallest in the room.
Ooh,
I'm
I'm
definitely
like a
not.
5'6" and 5'7" on a good day.
I'm a 5'4".
Okay. No.
Yeah, so I'm definitely.
So,
Okay, okay.
One. Drink if you've ever gone viral for doing something or saying something controversial.
That would be everybody.
oh my God.
Man, you got any more?
My wine is finished.
Yeah. She drank all of it.
And on that note, how did you lot find your wine?
I like
Good,
it.
smooth.
Yeah,
Good.
very, very,
As long as
very,
it's smooth,
very.
I have no
yeah.
complaints, honestly.
Amazing.
No, you was right. I was like, that wine's like vinegar.
No, you're out. You're out.
He was like, Jimmy, wine is different to everyone. I'm like, that's true.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, let's get into our topic.
How do we raise our value as women? Look at this. I'm loving this.
Personally, I would say self-investment is key. I think a lot of the times you find a lot of women that put their life on pause,
Yeah.
trying to find the right man as opposed to investing in yourself and the right man will find you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the scripture does say it. So yeah, that's the main key for me. Invest in yourself unapologetically. Because some people be like, oh, you're spending too much on this course, or you're spending too much on this car, or you're spending too much on this place you're living. It's like, no, but this is what brings me peace.
Yeah.
And that's important. I feel like people always forget, like, when you don't, you become desperate.
Yeah.
But when you do, you become the dream woman. Remember we were talking about
Exactly.
this earlier?
Exactly
It's like,
that.
become the dream woman for most men and they'll come to find you
100%.
as opposed to being desperate and looking for them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I agree.
It will track naturally.
There you go. What else do you guys think?
I'm trying, you said such a good point. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, and it covers so much. Like in my head, I'm like, what?
Well, we can
What
break
was
down.
that?
We can break down self-investment
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Pick it apart.
Yeah.
Self-investment.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
Body.
Yeah.
Aesthetic.
Yeah.
Behavior.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry, high value women don't look like they've been picked up off the street.
That's
Yeah,
speak on it.
yeah,
Take
yeah.
time for yourself.
Looking after, yeah.
Nails,
Yeah.
bracelets. Like,
Oh my God, yeah,
if you look
literally
at every
No, it's a
single
good-
woman,
Yeah.
No, yeah, looking after
Taking
yourself,
after
yeah,
yourself.
basically, yeah, it's definitely
Yeah,
important.
it's true.
Yeah.
I think you know what it is. I think a lot of women is like the ones that don't. And I'm not trying to shade them. They always have an excuse like, oh, you know, I've got a lot that I'm doing in my life. I'm running
Yeah.
around. It's like, no, you have to take time to do your hair. You have to take time to get a facial or go to the spa, whatever.
Even a simple clear nail polish.
This is it. This is it. This is it.
Yeah, but find
Yeah,
your time.
yeah.
When it's a
Yeah.
financial thing, learn to do it yourself.
Yeah.
There's no excuses.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like women that
100%.
aren't high value find excuses as to why they're not that.
What she
100%.
said.
Yeah.
No,
100%,
100%, yeah. Because it's like, there's so many ways you could, like, cheaper ways to do things at home. There's really no excuse. It's like,
Yeah.
I do my own twists at home. Yeah, I
And they
could
be
go.
looking nice as well.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Nice
But
as
it's like,
well.
I could go to the hairdressers, but it's just because I can't be asked. She's
But
too far.
fine.
Nurturing your
you find the
skills
time.
Yeah.
is also a really big and
It is.
important
I think
thing.
it is.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Like harnessing all your skills and what your capabilities is important, especially because I feel like I know like some people who are really skilled with their hands, but they don't really do much, and then half of the time with it, and then half of the time they go out and outsource it in other places, but in not best places.
Yeah.
So then it's like, but if you just took the time, and actually just did use what you've got, you could be so much better and get what you actually want.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so it's definitely important.
Yeah,
And you
it's-
can do those things back at home, as she said, like clear nail polish.
Yeah.
Literally go to Boots or Superdrugs. They have deals. You can get it for £1 or probably even like 3 for like £2 or something like that. You're sorted.
Take your
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
You have to find pride in yourself. I
And it
think,
makes you
yeah.
feel good too about yourself. Because I feel like when I look after me, I feel better.
100%.
I move around the
100%.
world much better. I'm much
Yeah.
more open and welcoming to other people. But
Yeah.
when I'm feeling like, no, I'm giving Bamiana today.
Not Bamiana.
Yeah, literally, I'm like, I don't want to see no one. I don't want to talk to no one. I'm not in the best mood. Yeah, I'm like, I don't want no one to see me. Like, you don't feel as good. Yeah,
That's another point because confidence
I was about to
Yeah.
say that, yeah.
is really key.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
important.
It's
Yeah.
universally respected confidence.
Yeah.
100%.
There's no country you'll go to and they'll be like, I don't like confidence.
No.
Confidence
Yeah.
is universally respected.
Yeah.
So 100%. If you're not confident,
Listen, they don't see
if
you.
you're not confident, find it.
no, for
Go
real.
on the search.
You know
Find
when
it.
they were like, I don't think everyone should do fake it till they make it.
You should.
Sometimes you have
should,
to
you
get
should.
to where you need to.
Yeah.
Because
Believe
you
in
got to set
your
your
source.
mindset first before the blessings. Like when I pray, it's easy to pray for things, but I always say,
Yeah.
God, whatever you want to bless me with, let me be able to even handle
Yeah.
the blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what's so funny? You know Africans when they be like, oh, God will provide. Yeah, God provides when you do work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God provides
Yeah.
when you invest in
100%.
yourself.
Yeah.
God doesn't
So
provide.
true.
Here you go.
No,
Doesn't
you
work like
can't
that.
just be laying in bed sleeping. And
No, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't. There's people that have a heart attack when they won the lottery because you weren't ready for that blessing.
Yeah.
You
No.
can't even handle
And they
it.
become
Yeah.
bankrupt again anyway, not even long after.
Exactly.
Because you weren't ready for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You have to be. One thing that's been on my heart recently is that when it comes to being a high value woman, I think that women should find strength in their silence. And let me get here because I know the internet's gonna be like, don't be suppressing the women.
No. Come on, speak on it.
I feel like women should find strength in their silence because a lot of women, especially in relationships, they find themselves going over and over again about what they need.
Yep.
But if you move with an action of what you're supposed to have,
Yeah.
you won't find yourself telling a man who doesn't want to come up to your level to come up to it.
No, 100%.
So
Yeah.
forget all the talking and just be action
Yeah.
in regards
I
to
hear
what
that.
you actually want for yourself in a relationship.
Stand on business.
I hear that.
As they say that,
Yeah.
stand
And we've
on
spoken
business.
about it on our podcast a few times with Thriving Your Singleness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like really just knowing how to maximize you.
Yeah.
Put 100% in you. Don't
Yeah.
go into a relationship with 20%. Be the best version of you that you
Yeah.
can possibly
They
be.
respect you more as well.
They respect you so
100%.
much more.
When they treat you better.
Yeah.
Because if you don't treat yourself good, they can't treat you good. You
Yeah.
have to treat yourself.
Exactly.
What's that quote? What you permit, you promote. No, what's the quote? What you permit, yeah, that's also
Oh,
one.
you regret what you allow.
That's it. You regret what you allow. So when you're
100.
literally allowing him to just be running you down, you're just doing absolutely everything. You're speaking consistently.
Yeah.
He doesn't listen to you. They
He's
tune
not
you
hearing
out
it.
anyway. If you're
Yeah.
constantly speaking about, I need this. By the time you give him silence, no, it's true though. When you're silent, yeah, they start doing because they're like, oh wait, she's distancing herself.
Yeah.
She's checking out. She's
Yeah.
doing her own thing. When they see you going for gold, they're like, yeah, that's my woman.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
the thing,
you
there's-
definitely. I feel like men, like women, should move like men in some ways, in sense of. Because men stand on business. If they don't fuck with something, they don't fuck with something. They'll out. If they don't tolerate it, they don't tolerate it. We need to do the same, as you said, because we allow things, especially in the beginning of relationships and all these kind of things. And you know, men, like you give them an inch, they take a mile.
Yeah.
So you have to nip it in the bud from the beginning. You see,
Yeah.
like, yo, I don't like this. This make me feel comfortable. And if you continue doing this, this is going to be the repercussions. That's how I'm going to move because I don't like this. So I'm going to distance myself or I'm going to blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But like, because men do the same. Like, if they don't like something, they'll tell you from the get-go, I don't like that. Stop doing that.
100%.
They'll cut it.
That's the thing. You've made a really good point there, setting boundaries.
Yeah.
Because I know, gosh, raw example. There's a girl that I know who is dating a guy, but she lowered all her boundaries.
Yeah.
All her boundaries. He took advantage, and now when they're asking the question, okay, so what are we? He's like, I'm not ready to give. I'm not ready to move forward with this relationship. And she's just like, now she's regretting what she allowed.
Yeah.
But it's, you have to go into every relationship with your boundaries.
Yeah.
And with clear intentions as
Yeah.
well. What do you want out of this situation?
Yeah.
And state it.
Yeah.
This is what I am. This is
Like,
what I'm
don't
at.
be scared to
If
talk.
you can't meet me here,
Yeah.
au revoir.
Exactly.
Honestly,
It's not that deep. State what you want.
Please, can we just ban the "what are we" question? I feel we need to just stop asking that question because nine times
You
out of
know
10
what the
we
answer
already
is.
know, know what we are.
Yeah.
So when women ask that, I just feel like no, this
You have the
not
answer.
gonna rate you like
Yeah.
He's just gonna use
You're just embarrassing
you.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for you to have to ask,
Yeah.
you know
No.
that this is not what it is.
A
Yeah.
man
you
that
know what,
knows
though?
if you're the right woman will not waste time.
No.
It's
He
a
will
good
not let
point
you pass by.
because
Yeah.
just rolling off all of those points, you need to heal. The only reason why you're here most of the time is because you haven't addressed whatever issues that you have in the past.
Yeah.
All these issues that dating random men, daddy issues, mummy issues, abandonment issues,
Yeah.
any confidence issues. Once you've addressed all of these, you're not going to be asking what we are because you would already know. Like you said, you'd already know.
Yeah.
And if you're not meeting me where I need you to meet me, goodbye.
Bye.
Oh.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Because you know what I noticed out of COVID as well, yeah, because I'm involved in the property world. There's like a rise in codependency in relationships. And I'm not talking about the nice type. I'm talking about the I feel like I need you and this is the only reason why I'm here.
A lot of people are in those relationships right now.
Thank you.
Right now.
Thank you. Because of COVID, a lot of people were desperate to stay in London. So a lot of
Yeah.
people early on in relationships were just getting a flat together, getting a
Yeah.
flat. And it's like, I saw people, they weren't even togetger for a year.
Yeah.
And they were just splitting the bills, you know, doing up joint accounts. And I'm just like,
Splitting bills.
okay.
That's what we talk. When we talk about splitting the bills, what do we mean?
We talking 50-50.
Oh no,
On
that's
everything.
What? Mad.
Yeah.
I tell you, I can't even.
It makes your body itch, innit? Like,
all of a sudden
I
my
know a
eczema's
guy
flaring
who's
up.
like, I know a guy who's on like over 100k. His girl was on maybe like 36ish. They're splitting 50-50.
why?
Everything. He even moved in with her.
You know what's funny? I know who you're talking about because we talked about this person before. Madness.
It's,
He
I
even
can't.
moved in.
I can't.
He's a
He's
user
stingy.
though.
Yeah, he
I'm
is.
so
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. He's
That is
stingy. He's
such
tight with his
evil.
That
money.
is stingy now.
Yeah, I
ask
spoke
though?
on stingy.
Are they black?
They're not.
I knew they were not going to be.
Do tell. Why do you feel that way?
You know why? Because I feel like, and we spoke.
We
I
touched
feel
on
like,
this,
yeah,
yeah.
Caucasian people tend to split bills 50-50.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like black people tend not to so much.
Yeah. We're alleged.
Yeah, but you know, but as you said though,
Yeah,
we
a
tend
lot
to
of
do it later on in life. So like we might start with, oh yeah, we're not doing 50-50, and then the boundaries
creeps
start to
It
drop.
starts to
Somebody-
shift. It starts to
Yeah.
move as the years
Whereas I
go
feel
on.
like, because I played netball throughout uni, so I have a lot of mixed friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when they talk to me about their relationships, as opposed to like, for example, my black or Asian friends, they speak more about 50-50 relationships and doing everything 50-50.
Yeah.
So for example, like one of my really good friends, her husband does all the cooking.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? But they split all of their bills 50-50. She looks after the kids, but both of their parents come to look after the kids. Their relationship is genuinely 50-50.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like I don't always see that, for example, in black and Asian relationships.
Yeah.
But I will say in let me say Caucasian relationships, let me speak on British relationships. What I've noticed is that they're a lot more open with each other in the sense of they're open when it comes to finances.
Yeah.
They're open when it comes to insurances, things like that. Like they will openly say, yeah, we've got life insurance on him.
Yeah.
Like she will say that about her
Yeah.
husband. They will say things like, oh yeah, both of our names are on the mortgage.
Yeah.
Like they're very much, as much as they are 50-50, they are very much together in their relationship.
Yeah.
They know the
Exactly.
ins and outs of each
That's
other.
a fact.
Yeah.
Whereas in black relationships, I find that they might seem like, oh yeah, we've got our roles, masculine and feminine, but they're very separate. You see a lot of the times in funerals, like men have not willed anything to their wives specifically or their children.
It's true. That is whoa.
Yeah.
Listen, I know people that don't even know that their husband is dying.
Fam, or they
That
got 3
is
more kids
wild.
outside.
Yeah.
they got a
It's
whole wife
wild.
somewhere else.
It's wild.
You
It's
know?
wild.
It's
It's
true.
wild.
And you know what they
It's
say,
wild.
you never know how many children a man's got to the day he dies. Sorry to get morbid.
But it's true though.
Have a little drink.
But a good question is, what actually makes a high value man?
I would say leadership skills are very important. It's paramount. Like even in the worst of times or when you're not familiar of things, you have to be able to assume that role as a leader and reassure everyone, as in your children, your wife, that everything's going to be okay. Sometimes even if you don't know how to handle things, you need to be told, I'm going to sort it out. Don't worry.
Rolling off that as well, I think it's morals, ethics, integrity,
Yep.
loyalty.
Yep.
I think people can, like, again, high earner does not make you high value.
No.
High earner leads. High earner is like a status. You
Yeah.
have money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Good for you, right? But I need a man that's when I'm not, so for example, my partner is currently in Vegas.
Yeah.
I know he's living his best life. Yeah. I don't have listen. I'm here
No,
drinking wine with the girls.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Because I know he has integrity. He's not gonna disrespect me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I call a high value man.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
What good you girls think?
I feel like you know what we
Yeah, Charles, you said integrity. I was like, yeah.
Sorry, guys. It was the leadership. I was like, yes. My friend is like,
That's core.
literally-
But I want to bounce off that Vegas thing, because I think there's been stuff floating around about, would you let your man go to some of these parties? And I'm like, my man's not a dog.
Yeah.
So why should I be worried?
He's not
And that's a
barking
high
after
value
bitches.
man, because if you having
Live your
self control.
Yeah.
100%.
Men don't understand that. It's like a lot of these men that call themselves high value, you lack self control.
Yeah.
You lack discipline. You have discipline in the gym. You have discipline at work. But all of a sudden when it comes to Nyash, you don't know discipline. You can't
the eyes are like this.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, no, you don't have any discipline. You're not a high value man.
Yeah.
And it's like, especially those type of people that were saying, oh yeah, I should have more than one woman. And it's like, first of all, your finances
can't
doesn't
even
even
afford
permit you to look after yourself. You're struggling. To then look after your missus is a myth. And then to have another one, I beg. Start with yourself first. You know what I mean? Again, and it's like, a lot of people, especially a lot of men, think money equals high value, and it's definitely does not equate to that at all. It's a lot more got to do with who you are as a person, how you carry yourself in the world, what you actually value within yourself and within the world, your ideologies. Those things matters. Yeah, because
it's like also a man that can help build you up, help you grow, nurture you.
Yes.
That's
And
really
protect
important.
you.
The
I'm
nurture
sure-
and protection is
Yeah,
really
100%.
important.
Exactly, because it's like how you're a leader, but these times now, if I'm feeling some type of way, I'm insecure about whatever, I'm having a moment or whatever, you're just saying it's okay.
That's not good enough.
What is that?
We need solutions. Because I'm not going to cap. Money's good.
Yeah.
But the wrong type of money will have you lying with the devil himself.
Hey, skip
No.
Speak on it.
Because other few people, no names. Your man's a devil, honey. Literally though.
No, it's true. Like you want, I think peace of mind now more than ever is so important.
Yeah.
You know, we know a certain Afrobeat artist.
Oh dear.
And his partner.
Oh, does it start with a D?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it does. And
I know exactly what they're talking about.
The whole world knows what we were talking
I
about.
Hangman real quick.
you know, and you know what? On the surface, like, great, the money's great. We know why you're still there, but I just hope, and I mean this so sincerely, I hope her mental is okay.
Well, this is it.
But the thing is, can your mental be okay? Because you know what? Do you know there's one thing going through things in private, and there's one thing being dragged publicly.
Yeah.
You know what? And consistently being dragged publicly, I don't think my mental would be okay.
No.
And I would say I'm a mentally strong person, but to the world,
No.
But do you know what it
it's too
is?
much.
She probably didn't marry him for love.
You think so?
I don't think
That's
so.
also another. That's a good point, though.
Yeah.
Some people, they know what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's a business
100%.
transaction
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah. People forget that.
Isn't transactional both ways though? Like, I'm not
Yes.
trying to put her down, but like, what does he get?
But then
out of it?
she might know that he's allowed to kind of
She's a
step
chef
out
now.
and
Yeah.
She's cooking.
But
Someone
you
that
can't
she's
tell
probably
me-
doing a long time.
yeah, because
No, 100%.
there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
There's a
otherwise.
lot.
It
There
doesn't
are
make sense.
relationships that are like that. People
Yeah.
forget that people will get into a relationship and it's a transaction. It's, she knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
So
a
long as you're
dog. He
coming
might
back
go
to me.
out and do it. Listen, it
Yeah.
comes back to me. My bills are paid. I can do this. I can do that. I
I'm the
don't
one you
care.
married. I don't care what you
I
do.
don't care.
But you
As
know
long
what
as
people know what they're
I
getting
feel-
into.
I feel like there's no amount of money that would actually ever make me give up love.
That's you.
yeah.
That is true.
You got money. That means you got money. That's why you're not looking
there's
for
no
it.
do you know what it is? I just don't feel like there's any amount of money that would allow me to be disrespected.
Yeah.
I think it's just the disrespect for me that I
Yeah.
can't take. Maybe that's my ego or my pride.
Yeah.
But it's the disrespect for me.
Yeah.
But you'd be so surprised how, especially when you talk about women in industries like dating footballers or dating rappers, dating like all these. You don't think they're dealing with? They don't know that their men are sleeping out.
Yeah,
But
they
you
I'm
know,
not
do.
saying all of them are doing it.
Yeah.
but
They do.
there's a lot of
But
women
think about
that
it
are.
this way: we cut off friends for a lot less because of disrespect. You now feel like because anybody can make money. Anybody can win the lottery.
Yeah.
So if we can cut off friends for so much less, why am I dealing with some man that's disgracing
No,
me
of
publicly all
course.
the time?
Don't get me wrong. I'm not agreeing with it.
Oh, I know.
To me, that is a low value man.
Yeah.
But even though they've got the money, they're showing that they have low integrity
Yeah.
because they will just like it doesn't take like they just think because they've got money that's enough, and it's not. We know that it's not. It's Sorry.
Okay, well, we're going to have to wrap this up real fast. However, we're definitely going to be continued. To be continued. Because it's a very... I love it as well. I love the energy in here.
Yeah.
The vibe. Exactly. So, guys, and again, let us know if you want us to talk about more. You're going to see more of the girls with us, more living room chit-chat. But for now, we're going to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you ladies want to quickly say before we have to say peace?
I think we've said everything other than make sure you follow, make sure you subscribe. And
like, comment.
Let us know. Get involved in the conversation.
What's a high value man, ladies? And when? What are you looking for? Tell us.
And thank you again to our lovely, lovely guests. Thank you for coming down.
Thank you for having us.
Listen, I want to say first and foremost, we've had an absolute blast.
Yes.
You know, good wine, good company. You know, you can't go wrong with that. Listen, there's a lot of gems that's been dropped in this episode.
A lot.
Really
don't sleep on it. Take your time.
As for me, you can find me at Yezi Azur, YEZZI, YEZZIR. And obviously, Hasis_UK.
And you can find me as A_Y official. Simple. Everything is the same.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.